So we've come here to say goodbye to a really old friend of mine, and it's a car that became known as Kermit on the press rotation. You might remember a few years ago I did a video up when I was with Indo.ie. It's 5 or 6 or even 7 years ago at this stage that I drove this through Phoenix Park.
I love the way it spits and burbles and... Now, to say it's fast, it was great for its time. Now, not so much. To say it's a showstopper would be accurate, especially in this green colour, of which has become known around the office Kermit, because it looks like Kermit the Frog.
What's actually happening here is Volkswagen Ireland have done something really, really clever. They're going to auction it off to local dealerships. Any dealership can bid on it. It's going to go to auction on Wednesday. And the money that's raised from that is going to go to Women's Aid here in Ireland, but also divided up into Goal, who've done a campaign to get some money out to the guys in Ukraine as well. So all happening at once. But before any of that happens, I get to have one last look around this little car. We can't drive it. It needs some work done to it, but we're going to have a look around inside and see what makes it Golf. But before we do any of that, have a look and realise why this Golf Mark 1 started a massive trend within the car industry that still resonates today. 1974 began the release of the Volkswagen Golf, and it was run in Mark 1 version right through to 1983. It broke all kinds of records during that time, and in actual fact they have sold over 2,000 Golfs each day since 1974 right up until now. So when this Golf came out, it was actually a very different time. On the back window of this, it says Harold Cross Motors, which would have been a Volkswagen dealership here in the country. But that didn't exist anymore. It's gone now. And this would have been probably built on the Naas Road, which is now Mercedes, but at the time was manufactured, or at least assembling Volkswagens in this country. So there's a little history attached to this car that goes with the car that most people don't even realise out there. We used to assemble an awful lot of cars in this country. Volkswagen was one of them. The very first Beetle ever assembled outside of Germany was assembled on the Naas Road in Dublin. And the same applies for Golf. We brought Golfs in here that were sold into the UK too. And this is probably one of them, although we have to check the history on that. Not too sure. History aside, the Volkswagen Golf set a huge trend in the world for 5-door hatchbacks. There's very little else on the market that ever came close to it. It morphed into Golf GTI. It still continues today in Golf or GTI, Club Sport and so on. But look how simple these controls are. There's a speedo in the middle. There's a radio off to one side. There's a radio in the glove box. There's some holy memorabilia in the ashtray. And that's really all you needed to get yourself on the road back in the mid-70s. Nothing else like Golf still on the market today, and I don't know if we'll ever have anything else like it. So this little Golf is a 1977 L model. Now what exactly got an L model over any other model, I'm not too sure, but this is a 1.1 litre petrol engine as well. It actually has an aftermarket stereo in the glove box, which you've seen the last time, and it still has some holy religious significance because there is a Padre Pio protectus on the windscreen, which is an important factor. That's why this car has never crashed. That's old fashioned. And I bet you if you went back to the original of this, it was kind of tradition in Ireland that these cars get blessed as well by the local parish priest. So when you bought a new car, you went to the parish priest, you gave him a fiver and he blessed his car. And that was quite normal here as well. It's still in good shape, but like I said, this is going to get raffled off to a local dealership, or one of the dealerships here in Ireland, who would have the expertise to repair some of the bits that need to be done to it and then get the thing possibly back on the road. Hopefully we will see Kermit again on the road. But whatever happens, the raffle that takes place for this, and hopefully one of you dealerships will win it if you do get in touch with me, but when this raffle takes place, all that money will go to Women's Aid here in Ireland, and then half of that will go to Goal as well to support what's happening in Ukraine and Goal's efforts over there. So that's all happening from Volkswagen Ireland. But unfortunately, I have to say goodbye to a real old friend here, which is Kermit. And I was younger when I drove this the first time.
Lovely, slow, can't be in a hurry. In a hurry, you're gonna crash. Oh yeah, everyone waves at you. Everyone waves at you. It's so cool.
This revolutionized the car market, and still today is one of the top selling cars on planet Earth because they've kept the Golf running right up to the current version, which is Golf 8. and we're due in, I suppose, a Golf 9 at some point or another. What that'll be fueled by, we don't know. It could be hydrogen, it could be space dust, I don't know. And I'm going to reminisce. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you have subscribed to the channel at this point. If you haven't, you should, because we have to get to 100,000 followers soon. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram and all the rest of the places. But until the next time, I'll see you on the far side. While I play about inside here. You know, it's like a little toy car, isn't it? It's like they're so small for the size. It's like a little toy car compared to modern cars. There's 3 Series and 5 Series sitting here, and Minis that are bigger than this car.